there, everybody. Kathy here. I just wanted to share my last video here with you. If you've been a subscriber at all over the last couple of years, I'm sure you have already seen a lot of LaPush video footage and pictures. It is one of my favorite beaches, and the reason I love it so much is because it's so rugged. It reminds me of the North Ireland coast, the North Atlantic coast. It's just the storms and stuff, and the point that you see, we're switching over unfortunately, the point that you see out there and to the left of that like hill or that, you know, that piece of earth there, I've seen a whale spout right there, so I often come and watch it. I was really fortunate this particular trip. As you saw in the first clip, I was one of the only, like, I don't know, maybe 2, 3, 4 people at the most that was camping here. So the beach was completely empty for May 27th, 28th, and they started coming in on the 29th. But I had the whole campsite to myself and the beach to myself for the most part. There's a couple stragglers, of course. It was gorgeous. It was almost, even though it was late May, it reminded me of early fall. You know, that kind of feeling. There was a crispness in the air. The sun wasn't out. It was kind of, you know, misty and a little bit rainy, but not bad by no means. You can see a little blue sky there. This beach is on the Quileute Indian Reservation near Forks, Washington. It's considered first beach for any Twilight Stephenie Meyer fans out there. This is considered first beach. And they did a couple of clips here in the movie, the first movie, where the kids were surfing and stuff. So it's right in this area where they were. It's just a very special beach. And I did like the Twilight books and the movies, of course. And yeah, I am 63, but who the heck cares? It was very enjoyable reading and very enjoyable to watch those movies. I hate to keep talking over the surf, but so I guess I should just let you listen to the surf. Sorry about that. That surf went pretty quickly. This is one of my favorite little, I don't know what you want to call it, sculptures there. The one of the dragon, and this driftwood is just gorgeous to me. I see animals and otters and stuff and bears in these pictures and cougars in these pictures. And I found out by being there that there was a Twilight tour bus that goes through here a couple of times a week. I thought that was kind of interesting and kind of cool. So from LaPush, I went ahead and went to Klahowya Campground along Highway 101. This has got to be one of my most favorite National Forest campgrounds that I've spent time at. I'll be back for sure. I just arrived at Klahowya Campground. It's off of US Highway 101 between Port Angeles and Forks. Amazing. I've been wanting to come here for some time, but it seems like whenever I notice it, it's in the winter, and they close during the winter. And this is just amazing and gorgeous. So, got my campsite. I got a little bit set up. I'm not quite done yet. The forest was so thick. It was just so dense and beautiful and green. I can't even describe it. And the smells and the sounds, you could hear the birds and the squirrels, you know, chirping, and the chipmunks. This is why I love to camp. I love to camp in places like this. I just spend so much time out here. I cook out here, I sit out here, I walk out here. It's just gorgeous to me. And this is the Sol Duc River. This is where I got to camp. You know, this is my view. This is where I'm sitting and reading my book during the day and writing in my journal, or if the weather was bad, I would have sat inside, but I could still hear it from inside my RV. Isn't that beautiful? I had to go in and get a blanket. It got a little bit chilly with the wind and the shade, and the water was kind of spraying off the river. Not complaining, just too beautiful for words. Listen. So I decided I have to come back here over the 4th. I did have reservations at Elsie Falls in Oregon, but I think it's a 5.5, 6 hour drive. I think I'm going to come here instead. It's so much closer for me and well worth it. I talked to the ranger this morning and they said, you know, fireworks are not allowed, and call and say it's a fire hazard if you hear any fireworks whatsoever. When I spent time at Elsie Falls a couple of years ago, I never heard even one pop. I was there for 8 days, so I'm hoping that's the case here. And after speaking with the rangers, I feel pretty confident that it will be fine. And if not, I guess I'll just have to call 911. I only had 1 bar of 3G though here, just FYI, if you ever come here to know that. I'm also writing reviews on Campendium these days. So can you see the duck? The duck's right there in the center. He's swimming upstream, as you see. You see? I call him a woodpecker duck, because he has a woodpecker head. Riggs is tethered to the picnic table at this point. Here's a little bit of my campsite. There's where I cook and eat. And, okay, so where I cook. And what I ate, at least one night. I think I had this 2 nights. And there he is again, my precious. And Slancha. I love you, the Sol Duc.